Welcome to the Aquaflow Crypto Lab. I'm happy to be back, and today we have a busy schedule. We will review 4 charts. As you noticed, we had a dump in the market recently, and by the end of the video you will know exactly what is the current situation of XRP. First, we will dive into the bull bear market chart, because with these simple lines you will understand what is going on right now. Next, I will give you an update on my trigonometric analysis, because we are very close to touch my sine wave, so I think this is the right time to talk about it. After this, we will dive into the trendline analysis. We know that this chart is key for XRP, and right now we are testing the trend line. And of course, I will give you an update on the Moonshot chart, so without further ado, let's get started. If you're new here, you can join the Crypto Lab by subscribing to the channel. And if this content is valuable to you, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and to comment the video. Okay, so let's start. You already know about this chart. This is the bull bear market chart. With this simple chart, you understand exactly where the market is right now. You know that we have the bull bear market support. We know that this line was a support during the previous bull market. As you notice here, it was a support just right here after we crossed the line, and this was the beginning of the bear market. Then we used it as a strong resistance for multiple times. Then we crossed it. It was the beginning of the bull market. This is the current bull market. And we used it as a strong, very strong support for multiple weeks, just right here. Here also, here again, and here again, okay? So far, we know that we are still above the bull market support, so technically, we are still in a bull market. Next, we have the key level. The key level is the last resistance we had before going into a bear market. As you can see, we went above it, then we went below it. We used it as a strong resistance, and then we got rejected. Right now, look, we went above it, we went below it, we used it as a strong resistance, and we got rejected, okay? And you see that we got rejected. We tested the bull bear market support, and we got a bounce. And right here, it is the same thing. We went straight to the bull bear market support, okay? But this time, look, here we didn't go above the key level, but here we went above the key level, right? And in one of my previous videos, I said, look, if we have at least 5 candles bodies above the critical level, this would be something XRP has never done before, and this would be a bullish sign. Why? Because if I remove the wicks of the candles, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 full candles body above the key level. I don't count this candle because we have a part of the candle below the critical level, and this is the same for this candle. So during the bull market in 2017, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles bodies above the key level. Here you can see that we have 1. After this, we have 1 below the line, so we restart the count. And here we have 1, 2, then we went below the key level, so we restart the count. Then we have this body with a part below the key level and a part above it. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 full bodies above the key level, but we couldn't hold it for a 5th week. This means that so far XRP is not able to maintain more than 4 full bodies above the key level. So right now XRP is between the key level and the bull market support, and this area is a critical area for XRP. because this is a zone where a decision needs to be made. Let me know in the comments what you think will happen in the coming weeks. I can't wait to see what you think about the current situation. Let's move on to the trigonometric analysis. It's been a while since I've shown this chart to you. Look, here we have the sine wave and the phi ellipse. You already know about it, but if you're new here, I will explain very quickly what it is all about. Every time the price touches either the phi ellipse or the sine wave, we have a strong move in the market to the opposite side. Look, we went to the phi ellipse, we got a rejection, then we used it as a strong resistance. Here we used it as a strong support, here as a strong resistance, and as you can see, this is a confluence point between the sine wave and the phi ellipse. Then we went down. Here we used the sine wave as a strong resistance. Again, we crossed the sine wave and then we used it as a strong support. And this was a confluence point between the sine wave and the phi ellipse. Next, the price kept on using the phi ellipse as a very strong support, and the sine wave too. It was the case here again for the phi ellipse, and here for the sine wave. And recently we used the phi ellipse and the sine wave as a strong support. And right now we are almost touching the sine wave. Look here, okay? So if we keep on using the sine wave as a strong support, we should see the price going up in the coming month, right? Of course, I will share regular updates of this chart because I think it will play an important role in the future. Now let's talk about the trend line chart. You know that this chart is very important for XRP. We've been using this chart for a while now and you know everything about it. In yellow, we have the trend line. We know that this trend line is key for XRP. In the previous bull market, we used it as a strong support, just right here. And here, we used it as a strong support too. And as you can notice, every time we go above it, we try to use the trend line as a support, okay? Look, in the previous bear market, we went above the trend line, we tried to use it as a support, but we couldn't and we went down. Then we went above it, we tried to use it as a support, but we couldn't, we went down. Here it was the same, we went down, okay? Then we went above it, we tried to use it as a support, but successfully this time, but then we tried to use it again as a support, but we fell and we went down, okay? And after this, let's see here, okay? We went above the line, we tried to use it as a support, but we couldn't and we went down. And this was the first time we went above it and we hold it as a very strong support for multiple weeks. And this was a very strong signal for the bull market. Then we made a higher high for the very first time since the previous bull market. Then we went below the trend line, we went above it and we tried to use it as a resistance. And look, we used it as a resistance successfully. We made a higher high. Then we went to retest the trend line. We got a bounce, but we fall below it. Okay. Then we went above it. And right now we are trying to use it as a support again. This is what you need to understand. We were below the trend line. Then we went above it and we used it as a strong support. Okay. Then we have a strong bounce. Here we went below it, and we use it as a strong support before making a higher high. Here we went below it again, okay? And we had to retest it as a support before making a higher high, okay? This is a must for XRP. Every time we were below the trend line and we cross to the upside, we have to retest the trend line before making a higher high. This is the rule we've been following for multiple months. So this is no surprise, guys. The good news is the trend line is above the critical level because, as you know, the trend line was stuck here in the critical level and it was stuck here also. What caused the price to go down? Okay, it was the case here. We have the trend line in the critical zone and the price went down. Here we have the trend line in the critical zone and the price went down. Okay, and for the very first time we made a higher high with the trend line, and right now we are testing the trend line with the price. This is why this is decision time for XRP. If we are bullish, we need a strong bounce off the trend line, okay, to the upside. And last but not least, I will give you an update on the Moonshot chart. If you're new here, on this chart, I'm using two exponential moving averages. The first one is the 25 exponential moving average, and the second one is the 200 exponential moving average. Also, you need to pay attention to the time frame. I am on the 4 days time frame and I'm using the XRP against BTC charts. As you can see, every time we have a cross between these two lines, there is a big event in the market. When the yellow line goes below the green line, we have a sell-off. It is the case right here. There is a cross and we went to the downside. Here also we have the yellow line going below the green line and we have a sell-off and the price is going down. Right here it's the opposite because look, the yellow line goes above the green line and we have a moonshot, okay? Here the yellow line touches the green line but we avoid the cross and we have a moonshot. Here it's the same and we have a moonshot, okay? And right now, look what's going on. We have a strong resistance with the green line, okay? And here also, and here also. This means that the price is not able to close above the green line. So far this is pretty bearish, but at the same time, we are making higher lows just right here, okay? If I take a pen, we have a low, we have another low that is higher than the previous one, and we have a higher low. And so far, we have a higher low just right here, okay? And the price is bouncing between the yellow line and the green line. We have the price below the yellow line, so far this is pretty bearish. So we have to wait and see what will happen, okay? So to sum up, there is the green line pushing us down and we are making higher lows and this is pushing us up, okay? And soon XRP should choose a side. Either we go up and we start making higher highs, okay? And using the green line as a support, and this would be the very first time XRP would be able to close above the green line, or the green line keeps on pushing us down and we go to the downside. As you know, I'm still bullish in this market, but we are in a very critical moment right now, so we need to pay attention to what will happen in the future. If you liked the content, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like and comment the video. It's time to leave the crypto lab. Thanks for watching. Do not ever be afraid to make new experiments, and if someone tells you you're crazy, just tell them. Time will tell.